ये बात मैं कहना चाहता हूँ।
ठीक बात जी। दरबा साहब, स्वागत है आपका। नमस्कार।
Namaskar, Hari Om.
हरिओम।
The human psychology is such that how much ever we get, we tend to seek more and more. That's how Arjun has been seeking, and even when our ladies and then we go to shopping, and the advertisement also is there. There is one advertisement, or dikha in Amazon or something like that, or bata. So, and Bhagwan says that or kya, or कहने लायक क्या है? And that's what he is saying in the 40th sloka also. That, and he has given, that is the human psychology, and it is already said that na jatu kamaha kaman upabhogena shamyati. So that is also very close to the Abraham Maslow's theory of motivation also, because when the lower order needs get fulfilled, people tend to move, and then they travel between lower order needs to the higher order needs, and then wants and things like that. To address all that, Bhagavan has taken several examples, and then an elaborate, while he has given elaborate list of glories and opulences in the Vibhuti Yoga as a concept, and of course he will demonstrate in the next Jaya, because unless the scientific mind is such that unless we have some evidence or some demonstration, we tend to believe less, or we tend to believe more when there is an evidence and a demonstration which he proves. So that's such a scientific subjective knowledge is Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavan. And he's saying Sarva Bhutani Bijam, like Jasab has already explained, which I was about to talk about Padosya Visva Bhutani, Tripadasya Amrutam Divi, and all that. I know Purusha Sukta, it is given, and that is the Trivikrama, that the Tripadasya Amrutam Divi is a reference to the Trivikrama and the Vamana Avatara. So that's where he is completely occupied the entire Vishwa. And this whole Vishwa, this Trishyamana Jagat जो भी हमारे आंखों के सामने है, and that we are experiencing the entire universe, and then the is basically is divided amongst in Duk Drishya Viveka of Vidyaranya Bhashya. If we examine in Duk Drishya Viveka, it is given there are 5 things basically. The entire Jagat is Nama Rupa. All these Vibhutis are also have got some name and then the form, in terms of several examples Bhagavan has given toward the chapter, and that is and before that he has also explained the nature of the Mula Prakriti, and then the Purusha, and the creation, the universe. So the Namarupatmaka Drishyamana Jagat jo hai, it is happening because of the 3 things. We need to understand a little more deeper on the Vedantic perspective of the meaning which is being conveyed here. If we just delve a little deeper into it, we will understand that there is something called Asti, Bhati, and Priyam, as whatever we call it. Asti is about the that which is there, and which is Trikala Badhitam, that is the Satyam. And the definition of Bhagavan is also given, because Bhagavan is saying Sarvabhutani Bijam, that is the cause, and then that is the Karana, and then the Mahakarana for all the Karya, the entire Sushti Karya, or whatever the Drishyamana Jagat which is there in front of us. The cause is the Bhagavan, and then he is everywhere, and then everything is in him. That's what we need to just understand. And is also reinforced in 41 that Yadyat Vibhutimat Sattvam Srimad Urjitam Evava. When he says Urjita, it is the energy. When energy is in the form of electricity, when it takes the manifestation and it becomes the light, the enlightenment happens through the energy. That's why Mama Tejom Sambhavam, Tejas is the enlightenment in one meaning, and Teja is also a light. And that is the seeking of the enlightenment that we seem to be attempting here in this world. For a Jignasu mind, this is the seeking the enlightenment. That is our program also. That's how it can be interpreted. Coming to Asti, Asti is that which is there. That is the truth. That is the Sat. And Bhati is that which reflects, and then that which appears, and then that's which we perceive. because of the chitta. That's why it is called chida abhasa. So that was which reflects and which is gets enlightened on the cinema screen of the chitta that we have. So that's how it is bhati, that which is appearing, the appearance, the materialistic world, that which is appearing as many is the bhati. And priyam. Priyam is also in psychology also that we always, the human being seeks that which is pleasure and what is happy and that which is preferred. So that is the priyam, that we tend to perceive things that which are dear to us, and we may ignore certain things which we are either not familiar, or that which are not palatable, or which are not compatible, or not disliked, or not liked by us. And hence priyam, asti, bhati, and then priyam is basically the form of the sat, chit, and then such is ananda. So that's how it has to be interpreted. And Ananda is God. Anando Brahmeti Vyajanatu. So that which is there is only Ananda. So we need to understand and seek that Ananda. And for that we need to have a lot of karma. And then the Chitta Shuddhi has to happen. The cleansing has to happen. Whatever seeking is only, or whatever ritual that we do, or whatever worship that we do, whatever jnana, and then karma, and then the bhakti, all that are necessary for our cleansing, and then that chitta shuddhi के लिए किया जाता है. So that is the process which is given. And then for everything there is a upakrama, madhya, and then upasamhara. That is the lakshana. And then we are in the upasamhara of the vibhuti yoga, and then moving into the demonstration aspect of the Vishwarupa Sandarshana. The Vishwarupa is basically the way it is appearing. The Vishwa का रूप जो है वो नाम और रूप से होता है, and then अस्थि भाति प्रियम के द्वारा we can understand. So how do we understand? जो प्रियम होता है, and then on this प्रियम I am reminded of an analogy and a small story, because always Lord Krishna used to keep that which is very dear to him is the flute, the murali, जो वेणु होता है, वेणु गोपाल या मुरली कृष्णा बोलते हैं उनको. And and even all the 8 wives and then 16,000 gopis, everybody used to wonder, and then why is it even when he is always he is there either playing or holding or just it is in the ear, just kept it here, it is always close to him. Why is this murli very close to him? And then one day Rukmini mom got a little curious, and then I believe apparently she asked, why is it so dear to you? Do you have also things like very dear and then not so dear, and we are all your dearest wives and then bhaktas and then gopis and things like that? Why are you always keeping? शायद काश मैं अगर वेणु होता या फ्लूट होता या बांसुरी होता तो हमेशा तुम्हारे ही साथ रह सकती हूँ, ऐसा करके डाउट आके पूछा. तो झांक के देखो एक बार मेरे अंदर, आपको खुद मालूम हो जाएगा. And then when Rukmini looked into it, actually there is empty space, and there are only so few. And through that, the entire the tune of the world, the Bhagavan is playing through that flute. So that's why even in the Bible we keep it. Though I don't prefer to bring the Bible when we are talking about Bhagawadgita and all, because it बहुत कम पड़ जाता है उनका जो knowledge मेरे हिसाब से. But still, empty thyself, so I shall fill thee. That's what it says. So that is why you got to cleanse yourself and then become empty. Even the Zen philosophy, the Tao philosophy also is all about giving up, and let it go, letting go. That is what is about the Tao. So empty thyself, so I shall fill thee. So the flute is a great analogy of emptying yourself, so that you can, once you are empty yourself with Bhagavan, you become very dear to Bhagavan, so that you will be in tune with the Bhagavan. That is a beautiful analogy which is given in the form of a flute. So everything is in the form of the Lord. So our job is to understand and realize. And what more we require? What more is required? What else we require? What we have to understand, what is, needs to be understood, instead of keep on asking what more, and then what else. That's what he has explained in this. But in the whole thing, in the whole chapter, if we have to sum it up, in the 78 vibhutis are all that Bhagavan has explained. There are 78 between 21st verse to the 38th verse. In all these verses, all these 78 vibhutis are only a jhalak. That's what he is saying. There were many nantosti. That's what he said. In the 40th verse, there is no end for my vibhutis, but I am just giving you a jhalak thereon so that you will understand, and I will demonstrate in the time to come. That's what he has given, and that's how we can understand the whole concept behind the cause behind all the effects. And once we realize that all the dualities and all the multiplicity, all the materialistic dialectical or dialectical materialism, all that will disappear. And that is the beauty of our Sanatan Dharma. And Vedas are considered to be Vedokhilam, Dharmamulam, and over millions of years they stood the test of time through the greatest of the minds and their experiences, and hence they have become the pramana and then swatah pramana. Shruti is considered as swatah pramana. It's not that it is a blind fight, that one book and then one form of the god and things like that. So that's how, that is the beauty of our, the most secular form of our Sanatan Dharma and the Vedic Dharma. And that's how when we understand and then look at it, we appreciate that the problem is that we neither understand, nor we seek, nor we approach, nor we put that kind of an effort, nor we realize. And it is time more than ever through ऐसे प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से अगर लोगों के मन में अगर हम जिज्ञासा अगर जनित कर सकते हैं या पैदा कर सकते हैं, तो हमारा भी ये प्रयत्न, जो छोटा प्रयत्न है, ये सफल हो जाता है करके मेरा मानना है। और उसके लिए भगवान हमें सद्बुद्धि दे, शक्ति दे और उत्साह दे, और ये चलता रहे, ऐसी मेरी इच्छा है। और इफ देयर इज टाइम वी कैन टॉक, टेक इट इन द सेकंड राउंड। थैंक यू।
ठीक बात
जी।
Okay, there are two things. Yeah, there are two things. First of all, I didn't make a mistake. I just made it very consciously that Sanatan Dharma is all inclusive and hence secular. In the sense that secular, if secular is all inclusive and unbiased, then there is nothing more secular and unbiased than Sanatan Dharma. In that context, I just said that. Then again, coming to, there is a discussion about Ekam Sat Vipra Bhagawadgita. Okay, Vipras are there, there are Panditas are there, Vidvat Varenya, Vidvat Varishta, like that there are several stages, and then Jnani bhi hote hain. And Bhagavan seems to have answered that in this 42 end sloka, which we have skipped incidentally, and then I was just going through it and I thought that's a beautiful way of completing. He is given a beautiful example of this dilemma of Ekam Satya and Bahuda Vipra Bahuda Vadanti is Adava Bahunaitena Kim Jnatena Tava Arjuna विष्टभ्याहम इदम कृष्णम एकांशेन स्थितो जगत। इतना कुछ जानने की जरूरत क्या है, इतने बहुनैतेन क्या जरूरत है, एकांशेन एकम सत, दैट्स व्हाट, एक ही जानो भैया, ये सब झंझट में मत बोलो, ये सब द्रिकुंकरण में जाओ मत, ये बहुधा में द्विधा में बहुधा में मत जाओ, एकांशेन स्थितो जगत, ये सब ये बस इतना जानो और तुम्हारा जानकारी हो जाएगा। That's what I think he seems to have concluded by in the last. That is how we can conclude this chapter. Thank you.
नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में ले लेंगे ज्यादा।